Hello everybody, this is your boy the Almighty Green Talons coming at you with a video based on yesterday's game, and I got a lot to say. I wasn't able to do a key to victory video, but I'm going to mention the key to victory as well as the week 1 recap, Eagles game. So before I get right into it, don't forget to like the video, don't forget to sub the video, don't forget to hit the notification bell on top so when I make a video come direct from me to you for your enjoying pleasure, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And guys, thank you very much for being a member of my channel. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, yesterday was a horrible game. I mean, it was one of the most horrible, horrendous games the Eagles could have ever played in their debut yesterday against New England Patriots. New England Patriots by victory margin, which is a horrible margin, 25-20. The Eagles survived this game barely, and it makes me sick to really even see them perform like this. But I do understand we got to wait until the offensive defensive coordinator to get things going. But like I saw in a recent video that they saying that the offense would carry the defense. Well, y'all out there were terribly wrong about it. The defense carried the offense because they kept getting on the field, getting off the field, and we're gonna mention all the statistics in a few seconds. But my key to victory was to run the football. That was my key to victory. Run the football, get Jalen Hurts some time in the pocket to pass the football to his receivers and tight ends. And we're gonna talk about the tight end as well, because it's really an awkward situation. But that was my key to victory. Run the football, get Jalen Hurts time in the pocket to run and pass like he did last year, and also that the defense feed off the tendencies of the New England Patriots offensive line. But that wasn't the case. So now let's go ahead and get to the statistics overall. Jalen Hurts threw for 22. I mean, he threw for 22 yards off 33 attempts for 170 yards, 1 touchdown, and his grade average was 89.2, which is not bad, but could have been better. The rushing yards was Kenny Gainwell, 14 carries, 54 yards, a 3.9 average, 16 with the long. Hurts had 9 for 37 yards, 4.1 average, 14 was his long. Then you had B. Scott had 1 for 3 yards, and DeAndre Swift had 1 for 3 yards. Both were 3.0 average, and 3 both weren't that long. DeAndre Swift should have played more than this. I don't understand why he had less on the 1 carry. That would make no sense. I don't understand what's going on. Then you have Rashad Penny on the inactive list. I don't really understand that. So I'm hoping he don't be on active this year. I mean, this coming game, but we'll see how that goes as well. Receiving yards, A.J. Brown had 7 receptions for 79 yards, no touchdown, but 20 was his long, 11.3 average. Devontae Smith had 7 for 47 yards, 6.7 average, 13 was his long. Kenny Gainwell had 4 for 20 yards, 5.08 was the long. And Quez Watkins had 2 for 17 yards, 8.5 was average, and 9 was the long. And B. Scott had 1 for 7 yards, 7 was the long. And Swift had 1 for negative 0 yards. Okay, that's bad. That's bad receiving. And all together, that's almost close to 200 yards receiving altogether, and it should be a little bit more than that. But like I said, that's another game, another day. And defense, wow. Defense had an impressive debut. Reed Blankenship had the most tackles. He had 11 tackles, 3 assists, no sack, interception, no forced fumble. Nakobe Dean, we're going to speak about Nakobe Dean pretty soon. He had 7 tackles for 7 TOTs, 3 assists, 0. Josh Evans had 7 TOTs, 3, 0. Wow, Jordan Davis did real well. The man had 6 tackles, 3 assists. He had 0.5 sacks. Wow, and 1 forced fumble, no INTs. Avonte Maddox had 6 TOTs, 2 assists, 0. Chris Ellis, we're gonna think about Chris Ellis in a few minutes. 4 TOTs, 1 assist, 0-0-0. And James Bradberry had 4 TOTs, 3 assists, 0 sacks, 0-0. Milton Williams had 4 TOTs, 2 assists, 0-0-0. Zach Cunningham had 4, 1 assist, 0-0-0. Marcus Tuipulotu, I hope I said that right, 3 tackles, 1 assist, 0-0-0. Excuse me. Fletcher Cox had 3 TOTs, 2 assists, 0-0-0. Terrell Edmonds had 3, 2 assists, and he had 1 interception. I'm sorry. That wasn't Edmonds. Edmonds had 3, like I mentioned, 1 assist, 0-0-0. Darius Slay now had the interception. He was 3 TOTs, 2 assists, 0 sacks, 1 interception. The one he ran back for the score, picking for the score, and 0 for forced fumbles. Derek Barnett had 2 tackles, 1 assist, 0-0-0. Josh Sweat had 2 tackles, 2 assists, a half sack, 0-0. And Carter had 1 tackle, no assist, 1 sack. His first career sack as a rookie, 0-0. And Hakeem Reddick had 1, 0-0-0. Brandon Graham had 1, 0-0-0. And Job had 0 tackles, 0 assists. He had 1 forced fumble, 0 sacks, and 0 interceptions. Now, I'm gonna get to the 15 in a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and get with what I'm talking about. Josh Sweat shared a sack with Jordan Davis, which is not bad. So that's a half sack. A lot of people thought that he wasn't gonna get no sacks. Jordan Davis, but he did anyway. So congratulations to Jordan Davis on his half sack, which I'm hoping there'll be more sacks to come. Jordan Davis had a lot of time. He spent a lot of time on the field. You know, he was in good shape, was in better shape because he had like up to 25, 30 snaps in this game that we won. So I'm proud of that. And then you got, let me go back. Like I said, I mentioned Carter. Which Carter had his first career sack as a rookie. He did real well. And let me see. I was talking about, and James Bradberry. They say he has a concussion in that game. I remember him going for the tackle, but I didn't think he had a concussion because he did get up from the field and walked out in his own power, but I didn't think he had a concussion. So that could be a blow in the secondary and make sure one who's going to start in his place. Let me see. Who else I was going to talk about? Let me see. Wet. I'm going to talk about somebody else. I mentioned Bradberry. I'm going to talk about DeAndre Swift. That guy should have had more rushing attempts than what he had. One for 3 yards. That's not good. That's really not good. So I'm hoping that the Eagles do some change up between now and that Thursday game against the Minnesota Vikings, because the Thursday game this week, and that's a short week. So they got a lot of things they're going to have to get straightened out before they play the Minnesota Vikings game, because the Minnesota Vikings lost yesterday. So they're going to be looking for some wins today, and at the same time, we beat them last year in Minnesota. So now they're going to want to come to Philadelphia and beat us. So they're going to be more like a revenge game for them. And then you got to look at they also got another wide receiver now. So Justin Jefferson, he ain't going to receive anymore. They got this guy named Addison. He's the second receiver. So the Eagles have their plates full now with 2 receivers on the team. The running back is not there no more. He's now with the New York Jets. So this Vikings team is gonna be looking for some payback. They really are. And nothing more that you can say on that. So the Eagles gonna have to go into their home opener and win the game, get Minnesota to get back on track. Because what I seen last night was not a pretty good display of offensive power. Because The calls were bad because you had Jordan, because you had Hurts to run the ball and on to get tackled, and then when he got tackled, he got the ball forward from his arms and got not in the air, and got intercepted by the opposing defense, which is the New England Patriots, and they wound up getting a touchdown score on that. So I mean, this is not good offensively. Now, the defense did their job. They did a splendid job. A lot of people thinking that the offense was going to carry the defense. That's a plain lie. That was a damn lie. The defense carried the offense because the offense had to get they things on where. So, but the Eagles didn't blitz much, but they were able to get pressure. But they only managed to get 2 sacks, while the New England Patriots got 4 sacks. They got 2 sacks. They got 4 on us. We got 2 on them. So the sack total going to change in the coming week because we need to get more sacks to get back on track defensively, and Eagles need to get back to running the football offensively because they're gonna have to get whipped out on the field. They're gonna have to get that man more touches because he gonna be the bread and butter. He gonna also be the person to keep Hurts in the pocket clean. If he doesn't get clean, then that could be a specific issue going forward. So that is what we have to really focus on going into this game against the Minnesota Vikings, because it's so much need to be done. Like I said, this game was sick. It was a sick and embarrassing win, and to me, I call it a horrible win when you. Oh yeah, I also need to talk about Jake Elliott. Jake Elliott did well on their kicking. He was 4 for 4, but he did miss one kick that went side right. So he was 1. So he actually was 3 for 4 really. I'm sorry. He was 4 for 4 in the field goal, but the extra point, he was 1 for 2 in the extra point range. So he was 4.44. He was 46.8 average, 56 was the long, and that was the extra point that he kicked, the second extra point with the 3-pointer. He nailed that one, but he had no blocks, and that's a good thing. And 56 was the long, and you got punting. The punting will also, I won't say Elliott did the punting, or it might have been Sippers. I think it was Sippers. He had 4 TOTs. No, I'm sorry. 197 yards, 49.3 was the average, 54 was the long, no touchbacks, and he had no punts inside the 20. So that lets you know right there, the inside the 20 is what matters on special teams. Once you punt the ball from the opposing 20, you got to kick it high enough so it can get over or hit the 30 and do some bouncing. You know what I'm saying? If it don't make it inside the 20, then you're giving your opposing offensive team on the other side of the field good field position. So that needs to change for the punting range concern. But I guess we see how that goes. But that is my statistics on this victory, this horrible victory that I'm gonna continue to call it until we get our shoes on straight and our jerseys on right, because if not, this is not going to be a good season for the Philadelphia Eagles, because it's like because let's put it this way, teams get better, and you saw it last night from the Dallas Cowboys, who put a terrible beating on New York Giants, 40-0. When I last saw that game, it was 33-0. I thought the New York Giants would have done a little bit better, or at least would have got a touchdown score, but they didn't get even a 7. So, and the look on Saquon Barkley's face was priceless, because after he ran that ball, he got hit pretty hard, and it got jarred from his clutches, and it wound up being a scoop and run. And Daniel Jones, I really don't know what to say about Daniel Jones. This is a guy who signed a 5-year, $140 million deal, makes him one of the top 10 highest paid quarterbacks in the game, and he didn't pay anything like the money that was given to him. So I expect some changes to go on between now and before half point during the season. So there will be some changes. I really believe that, because the Dallas Cowboys, in the world, Dallas Cowboys put up 40 points on a team that went to the playoff last year, and you know what I'm saying, and won their first game. Ain't no way in the world. So some changes will be happening in the New York team when the season comes to an end. I'm saying it now because it's going to happen. Because if the New York Giants don't make the playoffs this year, if it want to be in the Washington Commanders to make the playoff next year, this year, it could be a topsy-turvy season for the New York Giants front office, and probably hope some players on the field. That's what's going to wind up happening. You know what I'm saying? And so, but the Washington Commanders won as well. Now, so then you got 3 teams in the NFC East with winning records, and Giants the only team that's 0-1. So I'm not sure if Eagles first place, but the Eagles should be first place, and it should be Philadelphia, Washington, and Dallas in that order. But they all got one win. They 1-0, and the Giants are the only team that's 0-1. So, but to speak on the subject, it just goes to show that the Eagles gonna have to get their minds right, get their minds right, get their shoestrings on tight, and get their jersey straightened. Because now in come a Minnesota team that had lost this past Sunday, and they're looking for some revenge against the Philadelphia Eagles based off last season's. I think it was a week. Yeah, you know, we paid them week 2. We paid them week 2 last year and won in Minnesota. So this is a team that got it circled, and so they're gonna be prepared and ready. They really are, because they lost. And then the 49ers, they just completely embarrassed the Steelers. The Steelers only they lost their game 31-7 for the 49ers. And this is the same team we got to play later in the season. So the Eagles so that's the other thing too, because we got a week 10 or week 11 bye, I believe. And after that bye week, and when our schedule gets rough, it gets really rough after that, because we got to play the New York Jets, we got to play the Buffalo Bills. Let me see. Actually, that whole entire NFC, the entire AFC North division we got to play this year, and 3 of them teams in NFC North have won, went to the playoffs. 3 of them. 2 of them. That was the Buffalo Bills and who forgot the other team was. I just mentioned them. Buffalo Bills and I can't think of who it was. I can't think of who it is. But anyway, we do got to play that entire division this year. So, other than the entire division, only 2 went to the playoffs. So that's gonna have to be. Something gonna have to change, and hope the Eagles get their footing on and get back to playing Eagle football this weekend this Thursday against the Vikings. If they win against the Vikings, they get themselves a few days off before they go back to the practice field and start practicing for the next opponent. That's what it's gonna come down to. I pray and hope that things work out well for the Eagles, because if not, it's gonna be a bad season. And I can't even imagine that the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. I can't imagine it. But stranger things have happened, and I'm hoping that this don't be no stranger. So I am the Green Talons. I'm out of here. You guys enjoy your Monday, early bright Monday morning, and I will talk to you later. And I'm out of here. Peace.